Hello, hello. This is Jem. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. Thank you for being here. So let's jump right in. Are you feeling the pressure in the air? Are you feeling like the pipes are about to bust or burst? Are you feeling like your body is exhausted and just waiting for that huge, big release? It's pretty normal. And that release is coming because we have a full moon coming. But not only that, this week has been in the extremes. The Schumann resonances were off the charts. Starting Monday, this past Monday, the Schumann resonances peaked in so many ways for such a long period of time. I hadn't seen that in a very long time. And not only that, just today, and today we are Friday, April 23rd, today for like 8 to 10 hours, there's no record of the resonances. And I don't know what that means. I have never seen that. And I don't know if because there was a technical issue or I don't know, maybe the resonances were just too high to be recorded. I have no idea. But there's a big, dark, empty space in the chart. I never seen that before. And everybody I talked to today was in the same kind of mood. Exhausted, tired, having a difficult time, finishing the day. And that's including myself. Even though I was prepared for my day, I wasn't prepared enough for what the universe had in store for me today. But anyway, that's a different subject. We have a full moon coming, and finally, this layer in the collective energy that so many people were working so very hard on hiding, that layer that they kept buried inside is finally coming out to the surface to be released. So that means different things for different people. If we take both ends of the spectrum, if you've been doing your work, if you've been centered and focusing on yourself, on your own self-mastery, that's going to be a huge release of density for you. A huge clarity moment coming. And at the other end of the spectrum, if you've been trying to hide whatever, hide yourself, your truth, your masks, hide behind masks, hide your flaws, well, brace yourself because this one is going to hit hard. It's coming to the surface, and it's coming to the surface to be acknowledged, to be looked at, and to be worked on. It's as if Mother Earth has put her foot down, and yes, in my mind, Mother Earth is a she, but it doesn't matter. It's as if she put her foot down saying, this is it, people. I'm done with this. I'm recalibrating myself, and I have been recalibrating myself for months now, and now you must follow. It's a must. If you're here on Earth, you need to follow. So a lot of people are set to go into a dark night of the soul. Lots of anger will be coming out, lots of sadness, pain from the recent past, but also for a lot of people it's going to be towards unresolved issues from their childhood. For some it's going to be past life trauma, but mostly unresolved karma. So if you find yourself in a situation where you find that justice wasn't served, perhaps you're going to feel like justice is being served to you with this full moon. So of course, we're going to have some duality there. Some people will be very happy and light, bubbly, and some other people will be very dark as they go through that transformational phase where they will have the opportunity to inspect that layer of themselves, of their ego, and where they will be, excuse me, asked to release that so that their light can shine through. Because it couldn't before, it couldn't shine through. It was kept so tight. And maybe you have some situations coming to your mind as I say that, where you have unresolved issues lingering in your life. You have let go, you have forgiven, but you still feel a form of attachment to that situation. I know I'm like that. Sometimes I go through stuff with some people and I do my work and I release them with love and forgiveness, but I still feel somehow in the background that energy still playing. And usually that's because the other person involved hasn't integrated the lesson, hasn't let go, hasn't really forgiven. Even though that some say, I forgive you, forgiveness is a really deep action and feeling. It goes on many different layers. And yeah, I've noticed that in my life where I feel like I'm being liberated from this situation, it's usually the time where the other person comes around. And that's usually when they also come back and try to make contact with me. I'm not saying that it's going to be like that for everybody, but just saying, So a lot of people are extremely exhausted at this point. And also a lot of people have been dealing with sleep issues. I have. For 2 or 3 nights this week, I slept over 12 hours and it wasn't enough for me. I could have slept all day instead of working all day. And I know a lot of people told me the same things, especially around Wednesday, Thursday, where it was dense and light at the same time. We could definitely feel a change coming, a change in the air, but the duality was so intense that it's as if our body just couldn't process it. In my case, when that happens, it's usually a big change coming where my body needs lots and lots of rest, less food, and more rest, more water, so that it can process all that detox process. So we're right in this. That's what the full moon is bringing. And the word that I can attach to this full moon is self-mastery. We're all called to level up on our self-mastery. We're here for that reason. And again, we're being reminded that as a breathing human being, we need to take a look at that, to master ourselves, to understand that our actions, our words have an impact on others, and to understand that that impact should be positive and never negative. Of course, it happens that we hurt people. Sometimes they get hurt because their ego gets hurt, and sometimes they get hurt because their heart gets hurt. But when that happens, when they get hurt in their heart, the thing to do is to ask for forgiveness and to try to talk it out. When it's an ego thing, best thing to do is to release them with love, to bless their healing path, and to just let them go. There's nothing else to do. I mean, you can try, but getting into an ego battle is not a really fun thing to do. So prepare yourself. Say yes to the magic that the universe wants to bring in your life. Say yes to the magic that the universe has been preparing for you. It's coming. We're like right at the corner. It's coming. It's in the air. We're also getting prepared for summer solstice and the eclipse season. The first eclipse will be a lunar eclipse on May 26th. And this full moon has a lot of energies related to that eclipse. It's like planting some seeds for that eclipse so that we can get ready when it comes. And there's also a solar eclipse on June 10th coming up. It's a little bit too early to look into that one, but all I can say as of today is that it's going to be a very bright eclipse, solar eclipse, with lots of new light codes, lots of new downloads coming up. And talking about downloads, I have been looking into the time speeding up. I've been looking at a few documentaries and reading about this. And it's definitely a fact that the Earth is rotating faster according to the ocean current and atmospheric pressure. Its core movements are faster. So when that happens, the timekeepers that are keepers of the coordinated universal time usually adjust the time when a rotation deviates by 0.4 seconds or more. And it is actually happening at this time. And they are admitting that it is an unusual activity and they're thinking about what they're going to do next. They're actually talking about taking away 1 second from time so that it can bridge the gap. But they're saying that it's still too early to decide. So I guess we'll know more when that happens. But that was interesting to see and to understand how they go about the coordinated universal time. Oh my God. Universal time. Because I had no idea before that there was this international timekeepers thing. If we go back to the full moon, my best advice at this time, if you're feeling exhausted, you absolutely need to rest and be prepared. Get prepared for the full moon. You may feel some stuff, some energies leaving your energy body, and that can be draining. Our bodies are upgrading to that new level of operation, and that explains the sleep patterns being all messed up. That explains the eating habits being all messed up. Some people are not hungry at all at this time. I know I'm not. I have to force myself to eat. And I could just run on water all day long, but that's not a good idea for myself. Like, I need to eat and get some nutrients. Get prepared. Be steady and stable throughout the weekend. Take as much rest as you can or short naps as you can. Don't let other people bother you in your own sanity. This is a really high time for people to project on other people, project their fears, their judgment, their lack, their, misguidance on other people that are actually aligned and well-guided. Don't listen. Let the interference pass by as if nothing has happened to you. Don't pay attention to that. Of course, it can feel like you're being attacked, but not taking it personally will make it much easier. And how do you not take it personally? You take a good look at the situation and don't just listen to the words that the people are using or saying. Look at their actions. Look at their energy and try to understand, is that divine truth or is that person's ego speaking. And as soon as you can identify that it's coming from ego, detach. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to them. The mirror effect is a very real thing and can be very strong when a lot of people project on you at the same time. It can be difficult to deal with or to negotiate with, because usually these people are very close-minded. They don't want to hear your truth. They only want to be right. And this is the perfect energy storm to create these situations. So be careful with that. Be gentle with yourself, but also be gentle with others. Don't care. I was going to say, don't give a damn. Don't give a damn about what others are saying about you. Just focus on you. Focus on your self-mastery, your connection to yourself, and try to identify where you let yourself down. Work on that. And that usually you're going to find that you let yourself down in those little gaps in between moments of joy. If throughout the day you can be happy, 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 and then you go down, back to happy, go down, back to happy. When you go down, it's usually when you let yourself down. Why are you not feeling happiness at that moment? Where did you step out of your alignment at that moment? Who created that? Who allowed you to go there? The answer is you. The reason may be an outside reason. It may be coming from someone else. It may be coming from a situation that you don't control, but you do control how you react to it. You do control how you decide to manage your emotions and your feelings. And the fastest way to get out of that is by feeling your feelings and your emotions and bringing yourself back up to the surface, staying aligned, stable, very sturdy in your truth, and not caring about others. And when I say that, I of course refer to not caring about others that are speaking negatively about you. I'm not saying not to care about others. In general or at large, please do care about others in the right way. So this full moon will bring a lot to the surface, like a lot of truth. We're going to see a lot of people's truth coming up, especially for people who have been working so hard at hiding that truth. Let's say someone is really ill-intended towards you, but is speaking a different speech. That truth is coming out with this full moon. That person won't be able to play that game anymore. That person won't be able to sustain that kind of game any longer. And that's wonderful, because I know a lot of people are suffering from that, from people who manipulate, from people who are not being real, from people who are not being authentic, and who are just attacking. Attackers and takers. You know, people who just take from you. And when they no longer can take from you, they usually let you go. These people won't be able to do this anymore. They won't. Ain't that great? It is to me. It is in my eyes. It's wonderful. I've been waiting for that moment for quite some time. So, it's still too early to talk about what's coming up in summer, but what I can tell as of today is that it's going to be a great summer for a lot of people. For all these people that resonate with being light workers, who resonate with I've been doing the work, plan for a wonderful summer. For others, time will tell. Time will tell. We need to go through this full moon first. We need to stabilize those human resonance first before we can, see the outcome of all those changes in the background. What I can say, though, is that pressure is going to drop drastically as soon as we get closer to the full moon. drastically. Like it's going to be like the sun after the storm, because it has been chaotic this week. It has. Everybody that I've been in contact with, strangers, friends, family, clients, new clients, name it, everybody was in the state talking about how chaotic their week has been. Well, it's Friday. It's coming to an end. Full moon is on Monday, the 26th, and that will be a major game changer for the new earth, for the light worker community, for the spiritual community. And be sure that all those, maybe not all, but a lot of false teachers will slowly disappear. All that false spirituality will disappear, because enough real light workers have been working at this, that we've hit that peak that I will call the point of no return, and that will bring us into a new era of the new earth. So yay, go light workers. So that's a short video for today. You can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, IndigoGirl on Facebook. You can use my email to reach out at indigogirl555@gmail.com. And until the next time, be well.